Knock, knock.
Who's there?
AdventureGameGeek, solving riddles great and small. AdventureGameGeek.
Adventure games, he loves them all.
Every day is a new quest, exploring north, south, east to west. Point and click to find the answers that we seek. AdventureGameGeek.
Hello there, fellow adventurers. Fable is an action RPG from 2004, in which you play as the hero of Oakvale. But seriously, Pushing Up Roses already made that joke. Of course, this video is about the Fable from 1996, developed by Symbiosis Interactive, whose other games include... Fable. As their one and only game, they made it their own by putting their logo in there as an Easter egg.
You are receiving an interstellar cosmic message. Take us to your dealer.
One of the best things about Fable is the box, which is designed like a book, and inside there's a map as well as a parchment written to us by the people.
Quickthorpe, the people of Balkane are proud of you. You are our only hope. Only you were brave enough to volunteer to retrieve the 4 crystals that can restore the harmony of the changing seasons to our beautiful land. Our thoughts are with you, and ask that you bear in mind the words of the old Balkane fable that tells you nothing is as it seems. Follow your mind and you will find your way. That's good advice. Follow your mind. Follow your mind. Follow your mind. Follow your mind. Follow your mind.
The book design is repeated on the menu screen, and we can open it to watch the introduction.
In a faraway land, in a world lost to the mystery and wonders of strange beings and magical creatures, came the dawn of evil, deception, and betrayal.
So basically, these astral beings called the Mechubars or whatever came to the world of Balkane to create a perfect civilization or whatever, but 4 conspirators and a priest called Ishmael rebelled against them or whatever, and they were banished to the 4 corners of the land and turned into beasts or whatever.
Oh, and Ishmael escaped and hasn't been seen since. Or whatever.
After watching this, I really wanted to find out more about the Mechubars, so we take on the role of a cocky lad called Quickthorpe.
The village has chosen you, Quickthorpe, to go out to the far reaches of these cursed lands and seek out the 4 beasts who are guarding the lost jewels of Balkane. These jewels are the key to the future of our people. Once you have destroyed these beasts and recovered the jewels, our village will be free from their tyranny.
Righty-ho. 4 beasts, 4 jewels. Sorted, mate.
Quickthorpe is quite a reluctant hero though, and would prefer to stay at home in the arms of his voluptuous girlfriend.
There you are, Wynette. Please open the gates and let me back in.
Quickthorpe, you should be ashamed of yourself. Now go away.
I've changed my mind. I want to come back up to your warm and cozy room.
Quickthorpe, please go away. You're embarrassing me.
Oh, come on. If you don't let me in, I'll drown myself right here.
I wish I could just throw myself into that icy cold stream and put an end to it all right here and now. But I can't swim.
Bugger. I guess we'll have to go looking for those jewels after all.
So, with the village elder standing there waving goodbye in an endless loop, Quickthorpe sets out on his quest. One of the first puzzles to figure out is how to use the inventory system, which feels like trying to operate a bad version of Windows. First, you open your inventory by clicking the examine icon on Quickthorpe like you're looking into his pants. Then the inventory box appears, which can be moved around the screen and resized, which you'd think is a nice feature but is really just unnecessary. Then, to close the inventory, you click this tiny button in the top left. This isn't as bad as it seems though, because if you read the manual it tells you that pressing spacebar also opens and closes the inventory, and pressing enter brings up the settings menu, rather than having to stick the use icon in Quickthorpe's up.
Cut. That's quite enough of that. Isn't this supposed to be a family-friendly game?
Fable does have some adolescent humor, which mostly involves Quickthorpe hitting on every lady he meets.
Let's get naked and take a swim in the lake. You first.
You know I'd love to. It would be just the thing to wake me up after this long sleep.
Not everyone responds well to his advances, though.
You're beautiful. Don't ever change.
You little bastard. I'll fix you good for that.
Okay, so I screwed up again, but my girlfriend will never forgive me, so can't you pretty please put me back in the game?
That's right, there's plenty of ways to die in this game, but you don't always get automatically resurrected. Most of the time, the game just stops. Everything around you carries on like nothing's happened, which is actually pretty hilarious.
Take a hike, you band of perverts.
I like your spirit. Let's see how quick it can leave your body.
The first part takes place in the frozen lands, as you can see from this overhead map, where we can travel to places using this charmingly animated walking icon. The beast of this land is also frozen.
You're the little mortal that's been out and about, threatening to kill me.
Alright, you got me. Guilty as charged. Now die, icicle sucker! Oh, I guess we just got iced.
Defeating the ice giant gets us our first jewel.
1 down, 3 to go.
Let's fly away to the land of mists and introduce ourselves to the locals.
My name's Quickthorpe. I've come to kill the snake demon.
Sounds like you've got some big ideas for little guy.
Well, you can't tell a hero by his size.
You can't tell a hero by his size. I'm just a teeny little super guy. Oh yeah.
To get through this swamp, we have to get past a hypnotic drum-playing lizard that's come straight out of the St. John Bayou in Gabriel Night.
Child, don't even think about getting by me till I'm through with you.
But I'm just... Wow, what was that? I'd like to try it again.
Solving this puzzle involves knowing how to use the interface properly.
Adventure Gaming rule number 92. Don't forget to read the manual.
You first need to examine this horn in your inventory, then examine it again in close-up to find some wax plugs inside, which will block out the sound of the drums. Alright, we made it. Guess we don't need the earplugs anymore.
That's a big friggin' spider and I'm not getting any closer to her.
Oh, spoke too soon.
Okay, so the voice acting is something of a mixed bag, but it's certainly an entertaining bag.
Hold on there, little guy. Nobody gets past the mighty Titan.
A fine day to you, sir.
Fine day, my blistering bottom. How'd you like a kick in yours, you little whippersnapper?
It's easy to get distracted from our mission as we explore these fantastic environments, or even given a glimpse into a location that we won't visit until later in the game.
This place gives me the creeps. I'm getting out of here.
When I first played this, I was curious to find out if I'd ever find my way there, or if it was just an inaccessible area like the chessboard land in King's Quest VI.
Can I pass into your fair land?
Heavens, no! No humans allowed in chessboard land. Never have been, never will be.
The other thing that excited me as a kid are the bonnies you encounter like this fairy.
Ah, freedom at last. It's been so long since I've been cooped up in that cage. I'm just aching all over. Dear me, my manners are simply awful. How can I ever thank you?
Ah, well, I can think of a few things. How about a nice game of Boggle?
Whoa, you got Boggle, huh?
That sounds like a challenge to me.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Alright, enough Boggle, time to confront the snake demon.
I'm here to take you out and stomp on your skull, you no-good rotten snake.
You're the mortal child who says he's going to make mincemeat out of me. I'll bet you don't even know what mincemeat looks like.
Of course I know what mincemeat looks like. It looks like this. Take that, snake demon! Or we could just throw a spear. It's better than getting mincemeat on my camera.
After buying passage on a flying ship, our next stop is the engulfed fortress. But first we have to learn how to breathe underwater and not get eaten by sharks at the same time. And the captain and his cabin boy just keep on cleaning. So, how do we get past the shark? After watching Hungry Goria's review, I found out there's an official hint book which I wasn't aware of.
This thing is a goldmine of hints and humor. It has a complete walkthrough, and it's written with the same level of absurdity that Fable's script is overflowing with.
There's also one part called Quickthorpe's Be a Better Adventurer Workbook, which has questions and projects such as build a voodoo drum and use it to hypnotize your friends.
Damn it, Geek! Are you trying to hypnotize me again?
Anyway, getting back to that shark, the obvious solution is to cover a steak in some toxic gunk. Then stick it in a smelly sock and feed it to the shark. It's a ridiculous adventure game puzzle, but it puts a smile on my face. It goes without saying that Fable isn't a game you should take too seriously.
Long Dong Silver's the name.
Oh no, we've got the bends. Let's get out of here, boys.
Now we come to my favorite part of the game.
Oh, Mr. Wonderful. Come and get me.
Zounds!
Oh, you big, hunky toy boy.
Hot damn!
Don't be afraid, I'm coming.
Huh, didn't see that coming.
Another creature we encounter under the sea is a turtle called Cooper.
He's a bit flaky, this guy, but I guess most rich people are.
The garbled music playing in the background is actually Simon and Garfunkel's 59th Street Bridge song played backwards. I don't see them in the music credits. And speaking of music, there really isn't any, except for on the menu screen and closing credits. The rest of the time, just enjoy the soothing sounds of nature. Now we finally reach the underground cavern we saw earlier. So we really can get there, unlike Beast Castle in King's Quest VI. We're getting closer to the end now, but first, every adventure gamer's favorite, a maze.
Call me crazy, but I like mazes.
Yep, you're crazy.
There's a map of the maze in the hint book, but seeing as I didn't have it, I drew one myself on this envelope. In the maze lurks the Gorgon in the third jewel.
She actually looks darn sexy up close. The makeup probably helps a lot.
The last jewel can be found in the Land of Shadows, which isn't as scary as it sounds.
Looky here, Bull. There's a new kid in town. Let's be nice and show him to his room.
I didn't know skeletons spoke with a southern accent.
There's some great dark humor here to have a good chuckle over.
My name's Quickthorpe. I've come to free you.
At last, after all these years, my prayers have been answered. I'm free.
Poor old guy. He's finally kicked the bucket.
Defeat the fire demon and we get the fourth and final jewel.
I should take all these stones and do a runner. Who's ever gonna know?
Well, we could take the jewels and run, but then we'd never find out the real secret of the Mechubars.
Spoiler alert! Spoiler alert! Bring out your spoilers! Bring out your spoilers!
So, after finding the long-lost Ishmael in the maze who waffles on about them, we use the jewels to gain access to the Mechubars archives.
Okay. Now what are you supposed to do?
And now we come to the reason I have 3 copies of this game.
The ending of the international and US releases are different. The original ending was the one I first experienced playing in the UK. Here it is in full with my reaction.
Good morning, Quickthorpe. How's my favourite master of the Matrix doing today? You know, I still can't figure out how you ever managed to merge your entire family with a frozen mackerel at the age of 3. You're a special case, all right. Anyway, I guess there's no need to remind you. Today's your special day. The big 2-1. The rest of the prisoners have all chipped in for your cake. Triple layer chunky chocolate maggot. Your favourite. See you next year.
This ending really takes the piss and left a bitter taste in my mouth like I really had eaten a chocolate chunky maggot cake. For the US version, the developers decided to have a more happy ending, where Quickthorpe returns to his village and gets it on with his girlfriend. At least I think that's what all the hearts are for, or they could just be playing Boggle.
Sounds like somebody's getting lucky.
So let's take a look at the back of the box and see if the game delivers on its promises.
Stunning high-resolution graphics. Well, the graphics are pretty stunning. Richly animated characters. Yeah, sure, I'd agree with that. Actor-generated speech. Well, the speech is generated by real actors. 3 years in the making. Well, if it really did take 3 years, can't argue with that. A quest to end all quests. Well, that's a load of old bollocks.
This has been an Adventure Game Geek presentation, part of the Adventure Game HOTSPOT network. If you'd like to support me besides subscribing and all that, I don't have a Patreon, but I'd gladly accept any adventure games you'd like to donate. Just contact me by Twitter or email in the description below. Your donation will be most gratefully received. I probably don't need any more copies of Fable though.
Hang on a sec, what about the 3rd copy?
Well, it's the same as the UK version, just in German. What was that Balkane Fable again?
Nicht ist, wie es scheint. Folge deinem Verstand und du wirst deinen Weg finden. Folge deinem Verstand. Folge deinem Verstand. Folge deinem Verstand. Folge. God.
I've had enough of this chit-chat. I'm going now.
Give 'em hell, Quickthorpe.